welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be giving you a crash course on finding maximums and minimums of functions. So maximums of a function are where a function reaches a maximum value. So in this arbitrary function, it could be up to infinity, or it could be this point right here. Those are both maximums. And minimums are the opposite. So it's where a function reaches its minimum. So on this one, it could be negative infinity. And it's also this point right here. So maximums and minimums are also called extrema. And we can use derivatives to find the extrema of a function. So as before, a derivative gives the slope of a function. So when the slope is equal to 0, like right here and right here, that is where a maximum or a minimum is going to occur. So to find the relative extrema of this function, f of x is equal to x cubed minus x squared minus x plus 1, we first want to find the derivative. And our derivative here is 3x squared minus 2x minus 1. And so to find the extrema, we are going to set this equal to 0 because that is when the slope is equal to 0. And factoring this out, we get 0 is equal to 3x plus 1 times x minus 1. Therefore, x is equal to negative 1/3 and x is equal to 1. So now we know that a maximum or a minimum occurs at these points. And so to find that out, we are going to look at the derivative at points around these x values. So we are going to plug in x values before and after each of these points and plug them into our derivative function to look at the behavior of our function. All right, so our x equals negative 3 point, we are going to look at x equals negative 1 and x equals 0 because those are on either side of the function. So we are going to plug that into our derivative function. So when we plug these values into our derivative equation, we get that f prime of negative 1 is equal to 4 and f prime of 0 is equal to negative 1. And so what we really want to look at here is when these values are positive and when they are negative. The real value of them doesn't really matter. We just want to see when they are positive and when they are negative. So we see that for x is equal to negative 1/3, it is, before it is increasing, and then after this point, the function is decreasing, which means that the slope is positive and then it's negative. Therefore, the function looks something like that, so it's a maximum. All right, and then we're going to do the same thing for x equals 1. You're going to choose a value before and a value after x equals 1. So we've already calculated a value before, that's f prime of 0. So we're going to look at f prime of 2 to see what happens after this point. All right, so f prime of 2 is 7, which is a positive number, which means that for x is equal to 1, we have decreasing, then increasing. So the slope is negative and then it's positive. So the function will look something like that. There's our x equals 1, which means that this is a minimum. We are done. Thank you so much for watching. This has actually been part of my final project for my math degree. If you have any questions, I'd be more than happy to answer them in the comments below. Once again, thank you so much for watching and have a great day.